So sum ifs. Let's sum if s like average if s, countif s. So similarly, these three functions, same method. So average, sum, countif s. So procedure same, but same the difference results like sum means total, average, number of counts. So like a previous class only. But sumifs is it calculates like multiple criteria ranges. See here. Suppose we have different type of columns in this different type of things are there. For example, product category, product name, and state. This is the product name, and this is the state of the reason and sales. So the multiple ifs is what sumifs is. It compare with the multiple columns. Like you can compare A, B, C, D, or all columns like that. Category through product, or category through state, or category through reason, or product through state, product through reason, or state to product, state to category. So even reverse also. So we can compare multiple things like that. So we can compare with that. So what are the product category? We can take the product category. So I'm copying the heading here. One side product category we can compare, and second thing we can calculate it by state. So we can calculate it by state. So each state wise, every category we can find out. So what are the categories are there? Those categories we can find out. So see. So in this, what are the state common states are there? Actually, unique formula is not working here.
We have to control C and control V we have to do, sir.
Yeah. Simply copy and paste.
Copy paste.
Okay. First I'm copying the common states in this D column. Just I'm copying here. Just paste. Control. Sorry. C. See, here I copied the few information here. So just what we can do it here. First we can remove all the duplicate things in this column. So just you can select and the data, remove duplicates. See here. What are the duplicates are there? We can remove automatically. So just I cut it, just I cut and paste here. Next we can remove this column. And same like that, second column also we can run it like that. In this column, what are the duplicates are there? Just I remove here. See here. Same. These also I'm Control X and paste in the top of the corner. Here I'm pasting. So later we can check it. So this is the thing is first category. So in this category, so these all are our categories. So what are the categories we have? So these all things are our categories, okay, common categories. So what we can do it here simply. So in this category, just you can bring all the categories in this column, this I column. So simply data tab, validation by list, click on source, just take it that source is right. This is the M1 to M6 is the source, and you can move on right side. So we got it the source here. So we got it the sources. So what are the source we have? Just we have selected the source like. Then we can calculate here state-wise totals. Now one by one we can take it by call. Three things we can go ahead like that. So I'm highlighting these cells. First we can calculate total, then average and the count. See here. So this is a small example for that. You can compare any product to any product like that. So you can take any column or any row, any value like. So just you can comparing with that row to row and column to column, just like that. See here. See. So category is one. If I select the one category, so we need to display, we need to get all that database like Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana and Tamil Nadu, 4 states. So this is based on one example. Just you can take, for example, product category through region or else product through state, or you can take anything, one examples like that. So here two criteria are there. The criteria one is product category. The criteria 2 is state. The second criteria would be state. See here. We have 2 criteria, which is the criteria 1 is the first priority of criteria is the product category. The second category of criteria is state. So these all are the criteria ranges. This is called criteria range. Yeah. So the criteria range 1 is, which is called category, and second is state. So whatever it, but in this case, the first priority is the category, the second priority is state. Suppose when you want to take product through state, product is a first category, second is state, second criteria, or reverse it. So same, for example, state is above and below all our categories, reverse it. For example, here category 5 categories, if you fill it here, and opposite and above one is state. So this is the first criteria range. This is the second criteria range, D through B. So now we calculating B through B column to D column. Okay.
D column.
Exactly. So the formula is very clear. Just you can understand about how the formula is run. See, now we can type that sumifs here equals to sumifs. See, the formula would be extended by default. So if, when you are increasing the column, automatically the formula is extended. Now you can check it here. So now in this table, we have to use by $, because of every cell, every column, we have to lock it. Okay. Now look like here. First sumif, here sumifs, then sum range. The sum range first, here is the sum range is a cells. Sum means total number values. So sum range here cells. So now you can select this whole sales range. Press F4. Come on, see here. The first thing we have did. The second thing is criteria range 1, criteria 1. This is the criteria range 1. See here. The criteria range 1 product category. The criteria range 2 is state. See here, one word is criteria range 1, then criteria 1. The criteria range 1, where is the main path of category? The column is identified by B. This is the B. Yes. The whole B columns are unique items are identified by I place, which is highlighted by here, the blue color. So the criteria range 1, criteria 1. The criteria 1 is taken from criteria range. Without criteria range, there is no option for criteria 1. That means the criteria is bringing from criteria range 1. So first priority is criteria range 1. So you can select here criteria range 1. Just you can click on the criteria range 1. Just click on B. Just you can select all the column. Now press F4. See here. Then criteria 1. Criteria 1 here. This is the criteria 1. Press F4. So one line we have done. See here, automatically the formula is extended by default. Every formula is extended by default. It can be extended. So now what it is? So sum range is F2 to F153. This is, and second thing is criteria range 1. Why we take the criteria range 1 in the B column? Only because we have written in this place, we have taken some of the unique items from I5 column, I5th row. So that is called criteria 1. And coming to that, second criteria is, so where is the second criteria? State. Just you can click on the state column cell and select entire the state column cell, press F4, comma, where is the criteria 2? These all states uniquely we have written in the place of H. So you can take that H place, which is called H7. So then close the bracket. So you don't log the H7 because this H7 is individually they need to compare. The categories, every cell is comparing individually. So that's why we can take it, close the bracket, then enter it. See here. See, this is the entire, each and every state total by beverages. Suppose if you select any other thing, like I think beverages we have taken 2 times in that case. So just if you select the fruits, see here. Then if you select that vegetables, food grains or vegetables, see here. So when you select any categorized product, so automatically the data will come because the formula you can understand very clear. So sum range is the total value. The criteria range 1 is the column B. Where the B is the common items we are entering into, that is called a criteria. So, okay, being of column B. Next, criteria range 2 is column D. The column D common things are, we are identified by H7, H8, H9, H10 like this, 7, 8, 9, 10 like that. Then enter. So suppose if you select anything of column like in the drop down like this, but drop down is not mandatory, but if you take the drop down list, it is easy to take places of all items. So otherwise every time you have to type manually. So if you take this drop down list where we have mentioned the drop down list, this is the drop down list here. So remove the one drop down list like that. That means one line because of one item is duplicated here. See here. Like so, sumifs is just multiple criteria ranges. See, sum range, the criteria range. So first of all, before writing formula, first this table only you can understand very clear. So the first priority is category. The second priority is state. So very clear, no? So easy to understand it. Same formula, same formula you can copy it. Nothing to change. If you want to write, you can write it. Same within brackets, you can copy the information. Just you can paste it here. Again, you can type beginning.
Average.
Yes, and that much one. See here. The average if. So the ifs is working for more than one column. Okay, more than one column. If it is only one column, it is only for you sumif. More than one column means 2 columns and 3 columns, 4 columns. So you can compare. So how many columns you have, just you can comparing with the products. So each and everything you can calculate. So product, beverages on drink, on Karnataka and Bangalore. So 3, 4 things also you can select by this formula. So at least you can understand how we have selected by this formula range. So same.
Some range is sales, na sir?
Yeah, some range is a sales. F column.
Okay.
Criteria is B column. The criteria place, criteria 1 is the identification of category.
That is I call.
Unique category. Where it is, you can take any place. The criteria 1 is a unique item you have to identify. The criteria ranges multiple data has been displayed. Second thing has the criteria 2 is the second criteria 2 is are optional. So we have taken the second criteria 2 is the D. That means the repeated rows are all 4 states, and criteria 2 would be so where we have maintained that unique items of all the states, either 4, 5, 6 like that. Yes, it's 7. So this was H8. It is taken. Suppose if you log this H7, everyone would get only same results here. Even if you log class cell
So
here. If I did log H7, if you drag it down, see here 200, 200, that result is there. Everyone got 200,001. Because that is the relative reference. Because of the H7 is individually they have to compare it. So then only it works like that. So some elements we need log, and some ranges we can leave it the places. Same like that. Even average also. So when you have to select fruits here, again if you have to select like this. So whatever the scenarios we have, just based on that, so automatically it is modifying that data. So simply we can analyze it. We can analyze the data, any calculation based like that. Okay, this is the how we can maintain that average, some average. Same method, just you can calculate count. But in this count, very simple method equals to count countif here. Very simple syntax. See, the syntax would be criteria range, then criteria range 1, comma criteria 1. So criteria range here, what category? Criteria 1 is I5. So second criteria range is what? D column. The criteria range is H7. So simply again you can select criteria range 1, B22, D153, press F4. The criteria 1 is I5, comma. The second criteria range would be D22, D5, press F4, comma. The criteria range 2 is H7. But here is no need to select in the F column because of only the count by state, the count by category. So each product, each category, number of states, how many states are there? So this, what is this calculation like? Each category, how many states? Or each state, how many categories? You can take. So like that. Clear? So the beverages were 8 times Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh 6, Telangana 12, Tamil Nadu. If you change another product like the fruits, see here, 11 times Telangana and 8, 5, 3. See here. If you select vegetables, so the vegetables were as sold Karnataka of 12, 8, 7, 3 like that. So all we know that means equals to count A. Count A of states, we know that how many counts we have. 152, we know that. This is the 152 all together, just all states. But here it has calculated each category by state. The one category by all states. So if whatever the category we have selected, automatically it is changed. So you can take, based on this example, you can take reverse. For example, state through category, state through like products or state through region. So you can calculate anything like that. So this is how we can make it the calculations like, so sumifs is a multiple criteria ranges. So more than one column we have to take it. If you have one column, so it is enough for that sumif. But when we are comparing that more than the values, and we should know that these are all the functions like that. Sumifs, countifs, averageif. Okay, these three are the multiple criteria functions like. So you can calculate anything like that, more than the value or less than the value or between the values. Just you can comparing with all the things like. So just how the productivity is calculated. So this is important for that. So based on this example, you can write number of examples facing the task. So in between of the task, how we are comparing the things. Same thing we can followed by the one more formula like a Dsum. The formula name is called Dsum, Dmin, DMAX, and Daverage, and the DCOUNT. So here, what is a D? So everything it would start from D. See, actually we know these all functions like except D, we know all, which is sum, min, max, count, right? But how we can calculate it with D? What is called D? D for database. So the D, it calculates database. So how the database is calculating in Excel? What type of database is there? Okay, the before join with that sum, so the D is there. So we are utilizing the D. Suppose if you remove the D character and it is only for sum. Sum means grand total like that, any totals or any range. Min means which is the minimum of sales, maximum of sales, average of sales or count of sales. So the database means what? What is called database? The database is the table range, okay, including fields. Okay? Including fields. Love this. So database is called table range. The table range is the entire the table. So including headings, these all are. Almost everything is the heading. So we can go through that very simple method. So just I'm selecting whole table. See here, I'm selecting entire the table. We can give it the name or indirect name in the table. You can give any cell, any column, row, table, we can give the name. That means we can call it by name. That is called define the name. So see here, what I did here, just I have selected the entire the table, including that fields also. The database functions we must be including with the fields like which are highlighted in the yellow color. So these also we can including in the data. If you're not including this data, the database functions are not works because the D word is that means the database word is including fields. Including fields means what are the headings we have written and the descriptions like any position of the names. So we must be including all the names. So I have selected enter the table here. Now we can define the table here. Very easy to do it our procedure. So now go to formula menu and click on define. See here, click on define name. In the define name, so define name should be unique for every time. In this time, if you're writing any spelling of define name, So in this workbook, you don't repeat the same defined name which are given in previously. That means existing defined name. So every defined name is unique. For example, X, X1, X2, X3 like that. A1, A2, A3 like that. So we can give it them data. So the database here, data table underscore 1 I'm giving. See here. You data table underscore 1, then okay. So just simply we have selected by all the data, one name is called defined. So where is the defined name has been there? Just click on name manager here. In this data table, the name is called data table, and the data table values are there. Just close it once. So now we can calculate how to take that sum, average, like a min, max, count. So before this thing, so we can calculate it by first we can take that. So these all are our formulas. First, before write a formula, first we can take it that. So at least one example for that. What is criteria and what is database? So in this formula, what is the rule? How the rule is every formula. So based on rule, we can write the formula. Suppose I'm writing one sample equals to Dsum here. The Dsum is a database field comma criteria here. So which is called database field comma criteria. The database is what? Database is a table and field. Field is what? Field is a calculation area. Field is a calculation area. So how to identify the field? Just let's see that. And criteria. Criteria is a matching data. Matching data. See, the criteria is a matching data. See here. First we can take it that. So here I am taking one criteria is state. Here I am copied. And one name I'm copied for that for sample. Here I'm copied one name. So this is our criteria place. So this is called what? Criteria. So field means what? What is the field? Calculation area. Field, these all are called fields. And if you want to calculate category, product name, state, region, sales. So the fields are identified serial wise, or else you can click it by the cell. For example, how to take the fields? Field A as a 1, B as a 2, C as a 3, 4, 5, 6. So indirectly we can call it as a number, or else you can select the field directly in the list. See here, the formula look like how we can write the formula here. So first of all, we can take it that total. See, equals to Dsum. Here, equals to Dsum database. So the database is what is the name of the table. Already we have given the entire the table as one name. So that is data table underscore 1. Just you can type the name, data table name, data tables here. So when you type that starting characters, automatically the table is displayed here. Just you can click on the data table. See here. When you have selected the data table 1, see here, automatically the table has selected in the blue border. See here. Everything was selected in this area. Okay. After that, fields, comma. Field you want to identify by number. How many fields we have that? 6 fields we have that. you can put like that number 6. Number 6 means in this table, what is the 6th column? The 6th column is
Sales.
yes, sales. If you put a 5, the 5th means 5th field it has taken, or else yes, just or else you can click it this like this. If you want to take like F1, you can take like that, then press F4, or else just click that type 6. So no need to press any F4 anything. So because of number is already taken. So comma. So we have two process. Either you can select the field heading F1 or E1, D1, C1 like that and anything. Now press F4. This is the one method. So what is the F column? So F is numerically 6th. Criteria. Criteria means this is the matching. Criteria is what? The criteria is
Matching.
yes, the criteria is the matching data, including field to field their names. Now press F4. Close the bracket. See here. And we got it some information here. See. First we got it. Dsum means total we got it. So same as usual, if you calculate average, min, max, then count. Same thing, just you can drag it down, duplicate it, change by formula. Instead of sum, average, and this would be sum replace min, and this would be max, and this thing count. Now it has done. See, these all are the function types. So database function types. So for example, you want to change the Andhra Telangana, just if you type the Telangana here, see here. Suppose if you type, for example, Chennai, it won't work because the Chennai field is region, E column. Because here is the matching state to state, this state spelling to and the D1 spelling is matched, then only that opposite data only will receive. But here is the matching the criteria, the first matching criteria is the state to state, but we have given another place. So now you want to get the Chennai means just you can take it, then place is called region also like this. See here. Now if you give, for example, Tamil Nadu, it won't work because of Tamil Nadu belongs to state category. It is not to be region category. So here is the criteria is priority. That means the criteria is important. The criteria means, so here is the matching. So what is the matching here? Field to field matching. Whereas region to region is matched, then no it works. Suppose if you type that, what are the states? If you, for example, Hyderabad. See here, region is there. Either regions I type, but spelling is good for Hyderabad, but it not display the proper because whatever the heading is there, that means the criteria to matching. Here is the region is there, and here is the regions. So the regions spelling also important. Here is there is no yes. If you type yes, it won't work. So same spelling. Just why I copied the same line here. So now what you can do, simply you can take it that drop down list here in the region in the yellow highlighted area. So data, validation. No need to copy paste every time. Just you can take it drop down list, click on list, source. This is our source. See here, the source have A1 to F1 and it has done. Now coming to that place. See, if you click by product category, so you can type the category. So whatever the category we have that, for example, I'm copying for sample work. See here. So when you have pasted the product category, So automatically the category will be displayed by default. Okay. The whole categories are displayed in the area. So within the place, we have copied each and everything like that. So because I have selected in the place category, if you select for only for state name, if you select by only for product ID, just you can give it them product ID. For example, 1101 is there. So here the product category ID is available only one count. 0, for example, if you type that 06 or anything itself, for example, 06, it is also one only available. Suppose if you select by product name, suppose I'm going to change the product name of mango drink. See, just I can type that. So yeah. If you just like that, so you can take any place like that. So or else you can copy. See, just I'm copying that. If you want, you can type. See. So when I'm taking the place of in the product name, Tropicana Goa. So totally 5 counted. So, and here is total values are there. Okay. So this is how we can calculate it by all the things. So based on, so suppose if you select from another thing like product name and other places, so automatically it calculates here. If you select the category, just you can give it them the category. So category means beverages. Like this. If you select the fruits, see here, total fruit category by. So the differences is above table and this table, and the above table is only for exclusively the category through state. We have given 2 things only, because whichever is we calculated only category is standard and state is standard. But in this database functions, there is no standard anything of the table. So whether I am changing my heading is my field is product name, I can find out the product name of anything like that. Okay. So whatever the product name I'm typing, for example, mango drink. So I could get mango drink details. Suppose here is the only, if you select here in this place in this table, if you select the fruits, only the every state has identified. So here, if you want to select that category of fruits, just you can click the category by fruits or beverages, whatever. See here, the total fruits calculated, average 27 were counted. Here is the 27 is there, but here automatically 27 is there. But this was only for individual state by state. This is all together adding into the one place. So the database means the database is in all are adding into the one place. That means single table. So instead of table range, see here, this is called actually table range actually. See here, the database is called a table range. The table range already said you, the database is called a table range. The table range means including all headings, it has selected to all the heading ranges. So that's why, so this formula you can utilize. So number of how many columns you have, just you can select what are the headings, that means field like this. This is the criteria field, the criteria name. So whatever the criteria name we have, that just we can type that criteria name like that. Just we can type the criteria name here. So automatically the criteria name will becomes. But this is every time we need to write a formula by number. Suppose you want to type one. Second, suppose if you give it them any other thing. For example, if you give here Vizag, if you give Hyderabad, nothing, because it doesn't match per state, because here has the taken from that only this B through D only. It's not to be B through E. See here B was empty. So it was already, the criteria range is already standard. That means the category is above the cell. This is highlighted in the purple color, and the second green color is highlighted by with state. So we need to type in the states only, not to be other things, either category or region or sales. So that's why. So this is only for standard method, but here is no standard. So whatever the thing you have updated, if you select the region, so what is the region for that? So the region like that, Chennai. Like Chennai status. So immediately you will get the result, the database functions immediately. So you can analyze very easy. Every time we no need to compare with what is the first column and what is the second column. This is only individual columns, you know. This is only for individual. So what about, so simply, suppose if I filtered, simple meaning Chennai only, na, go to filter. Suppose if I uncheck it, so if you check only, you can take the place of Chennai. This is only Chennai data. This is only Chennai data, na. So in this Chennai data, what is the status about the Chennai data? Simply just we can ask about the formula is called. Suppose if you this is called a simple filter. So the reason about Chennai, the Chennai place of total. This is the grand total of Chennai, average, minimum sales, maximum sales. 25 times are repeated in Chennai. Same place if you type that Hyderabad. Okay, so this was individual, it was filtered, not comparing with the 1 or 2 columns. Only it is comparing with only 2, like that. That's individual, but the above table is, it was compared by 2 columns or 3 columns. IFS is a multiple columns. Database is not a multiple columns, including the multiple columns. So whatever the data we have, that you can select it like that. Simple, we can call it. So you can take criteria more 2 criteria, 3 criteria, you can copy that data. So this is how we can make it the function. So you can understand about the formula. So how we formula have written. Before formula, how we can take it the place of result. So how we have selected the formula in the shape. You can take practice this one. Okay.